This is where we talk real, no filters, no cap. Straight to the top and we never look back. This is where we talk real, no filters, no cap. Straight to the top and we never look back. Leaders in the building, money on the mind. Leveling up daily, leaving limits behind. Pull up, tune in, it's time to get it done. The Millionaire Nurse Podcast has officially begun. Let's go. Tune in every week.
There are people who have been in business for 5 years, 10 years, and they're still exhausted, still guessing, still waking up every single solitary day, wondering if this whole thing is going to fall apart. And then there are people who started 2 years ago, and they're calm, they're steady. The market shifts, and they don't flinch. AI shows up and turns the whole industry upside down, and they don't panic. They get paid. Here's what everybody assumes. They assume the calm one is smarter, more connected, got some head start the rest of us didn't get. But that's not it. That's not it at all. The difference is one of them is running the code, and the other one is still trying to figure the game out with no instruction. And I want you to hear me, because this is the part nobody tells you. Success is not a talent. Success is a code. There's a cheat code. It has always existed. Every steady, unshakable business owner you've ever admired is running it. Most of them can't even name it. They just do it on instinct. And today I'm naming it, all 7 pieces of it. Because once you see the code, you can't unsee it. And once you're running it, you stop being the exhausted one. You become the calm one, the one who doesn't flinch. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Millionaire Nurse CEO podcast. I'm Dr. V, Doctor of Nursing Practice, CEO of VP Nursing, and I am the person who is going to tell you the truth about building a business even when the truth is inconvenient. And let me tell you something, I came up the hard way. LPN in 1992, ER nurse for the majority of my career, I spent years on highways 95 and 64, running to ERs with codes, running Foleys and NG tubes, doing conscious sedation at 2 in the morning, and every bit of that taught me how to stay calm when everything around me was on fire. But nobody taught me the business code. Nobody. I had to buy that education with my own mistake. Years of undercharging, years of waiting for permission, years of being the most qualified person in the building, and the last one to believe I could build something of my own. Now here's why this episode exists, because I know exactly who's listening right now. You are talented, you are credentialed, you have done the impossible more times than you can count, and you are sitting there thinking, then why does the business part feel so hard? Why does everybody else seem to have a map I never got? The answer is they don't have a map, they have a code, and you're about to have it too. And hey, if you're getting something out of this already, go ahead and like this episode. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and drop me a comment. Tell me the one part of your business that felt hardest to figure out. The pricing, the visibility, the follow-up, whatever it is. I read every single one, and it shapes the episodes I make for you. Now, this cheat code works for nurse entrepreneurs. That's who I built it for. But I'm telling you this with all my heart. It works for any entrepreneur who's willing to run it. The code doesn't check your license. The code just checks whether you'll do the 7 things. And the first secret is the one that separates the people who start from the people who stay stuck for a decade. Let's go. Why the cheat code works. Here's the deal. Most people think success is complicated because complicated protects them. If it's complicated, then it's okay that you haven't figured it out yet. It's okay to keep waiting, keep studying, keep getting one more certification. But the truth is, the fundamentals of every profitable business are embarrassingly simple. They're just not easy. Simple and easy are 2 different things. I want you to hear me on this. The cheat code is not a secret because it's hidden. It's a secret because most people won't run it consistently enough to see it work. They quit at week 6. They pivot at month 3. They rebuild their whole brand every time somebody on the internet makes them feel behind. Now I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, Dr. V, if it's that simple, why isn't everybody rich? And that is the exact right question, because the answer is the whole point of this episode. Everybody isn't rich because everybody isn't consistent. The people running the code aren't doing 7 brilliant things one time. They're doing 7 ordinary things 1,000 times. Instead of chasing the next shiny strategy, they got unshakable about the boring fundamentals. And that word unshakable, that's what we're building today. Not a business that works when everything's perfect, a business that holds when everything's shaking. So let me give you the 7, and I'm telling you, secret number 1 is the one that's been quietly costing you money and time for years. You just never had a name for it. Secret 1, bet on what you already have. Secret number 1, bet on the expertise you already have. Here's the mistake I see every single solitary day. A brilliant nurse, a brilliant anybody, sitting on 20 years of hard-learned expertise. And they think they need to go get something else before they can charge for it. Another degree, another certification, another course, waiting to feel ready. I call it the someday salary. It's the money you keep telling yourself you'll earn someday. Once you know enough, once you feel qualified enough, once you got the perfect setup. And someday never comes because ready is not a feeling, ready is a decision. I want to be crystal clear about what I mean because it matters. I am not talking about the clinical care you give at the bedside, the care you give fully, freely to every patient, every time. That's the ceiling, and it is never for sale. What I'm talking about is the professional layer sitting on top of that. The way you lead, the way you build systems, the way you mentor, the way you understand how the whole machine of healthcare actually runs. That is business expertise. That is the thing organizations and other nurses will pay a premium for, and you already have it. Now, if you're sitting there wondering, but is what I know really worth premium money? I need you to catch that thought and put it down, because the market has already answered that question, and the answer is yes. You're the only one still arguing about it. Turns out the thing you think is just what you know is exactly what somebody else is desperate to learn. And that leads straight into secret number 2. Because there's one specific thing standing between you and betting on yourself, and it has a name. Kill the permission trap. Secret number 2, stop waiting for permission. This one is quiet, and it's brutal, and it costs more than any pricing mistake you'll ever make. We come from a world of permission. In the clinical world, you don't act until there's an order. You verify, you check, you get the sign off, and thank God for that, because that discipline keeps patients alive. But then we carry that same wiring into business and it strangles us. I call it the permission trap. It's the belief that somebody more official has to bless your business before it's allowed to be real. A gatekeeper, an institution, some voice of authority that says, yes, you're allowed now. I want you to hear me. Nobody is coming to hand you permission. There's no board that certifies you as allowed to be CEO. The permission is a signature and it's yours, and you sign it by starting. And before you say it, yes, I hear you. You're thinking, but I don't want to look like I don't know what I'm doing. Let me tell you something. Every single person you admire started before they felt legitimate. I couldn't even talk on film in the beginning. I'm guilty of this myself. The legitimacy came after I started, not before. It always does. The truth is, permission is a trap because it's infinite. There's always one more level of approval to chase. The people running the cheat code stopped chasing it. They just went. Now, once you give yourself permission, you hit the next wall immediately. And it's the wall that quietly kills more businesses than anything else on this list. Secret number 3, decide who you serve. And here's what's happening in most struggling businesses. They're trying to be for everybody. And being for everybody means being forgettable to everybody. When you talk to the whole world, nobody in the world feels like you're talking to them. I want you to hear me on this one. The riches are not in trying harder. The riches are in getting specific. The moment you decide precisely who you serve, 3 things happen at once. Your marketing gets sharper, your pricing gets stronger, and your confidence goes through the roof because now you actually know who you're the answer for. Let me give you a real one. One of my clients, Dr. India, she got clear, crystal clear on who she served and the exact results she delivered. And she closed a $30,000 contract. $30,000, one contract. Not because she suddenly became a different person, she was always brilliant, but because she stopped being vague and started being specific. Now I know what you're thinking, but if I niche down, won't I lose all the other people I could help? No, you'll lose the people who were never going to buy anyway. Instead, you'll finally become undeniable to the people who will. Deciding who you serve is not shrinking, it's aiming. And once you know who you serve, you've got permission to serve them. Here's where most people accidentally cap their own income for years. Secret number 4 is the one nobody wants to hear, and it's the one that changes everything. Secret number 4, reinvest before you feel comfortable. Here's the trap that keeps good businesses small. The money comes in and every instinct says hold on to it, protect it, wait until you feel safe. And so people sit on their revenue, doing everything themselves, staying small, staying tired, waiting for a feeling of security that a stagnant business will never give them. But the businesses that become unshakable do the opposite thing. They put money back in before it feels comfortable, into help, into systems, into buying back their own time, into the skills that move the whole thing forward. I want you to hear me. Your business does not grow to the level of your talent. It grows to the level of your investment in it. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, Dr. V, that feels risky, I hear you, but let me tell you what's it actually risky. Doing everything yourself until you burn out is risky. Staying the only employee of a company that's supposed to set you free, that's the real risk. The truth is, comfort is where businesses go to quietly stop growing. And I'm going to say this thing out loud. This is where AI has changed the entire game. You do not need a huge team anymore to reinvest in leverage. The tools you used to cost you fortunes and require 5 hires, you can access them now for the price of lunch. The entrepreneurs winning right now are the ones reinvesting in AI-powered leverage while everybody else is still doing it all by hand. So you reinvested, you've built leverage, now you have to actually get paid. And secret number 5 is where the real money hides, and almost nobody does it. Nurse leaders, experts, coaches, consultants, and service-based business owners, listen closely. AI is changing business, healthcare, education, marketing, and leadership, and nurses cannot afford to be behind the curve. That is why we are hosting the Masquerade Millionaire Nurse CEO Conference happening April 16th through the 17th, 2027. We are bringing together 300 nurses into a room of powerful transformational experience where we will be unmasking the AI secrets, business strategies, automation tools, and consulting frameworks that nurse entrepreneurs need to build profitable coaching, consulting, and service-based businesses. This is not just another conference. This is a room where nurses stop guessing, stop waiting for permission, and start learning how to use AI to turn their expertise into income, impact, and freedom. And here's the best part. Once you purchase your ticket, you will not have to wait until the conference to start getting value. We will be releasing special bonuses along the way to help you stay above the curve, prepare your business, understand the AI shift, and walk into the room ready to execute. Only 300 nurses will be in the room. The mask is coming off April 16th through the 17th, 2027. Get your ticket to the Masquerade Millionaire Nurse CEO Conference, comment AI, and we'll send you over the details. Secret number 5 is own the follow-up. Let me tell you where the money actually is. It's not in the pitch. It's not in the perfect post. Turns out the money is in the follow-up. The exact thing most people are too nervous, too polite, or too disorganized to do. Here's what happens. Somebody says, let me think about it. And the entrepreneur hears no, and they disappear. They ghost their own opportunity. And that maybe, that warm, ready to buy, maybe goes cold and goes and buys from somebody else who simply followed up. I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me clearly. A not right now is not a no. It's a not yet, and not yet is worth money, but only to the person willing to circle back. Now I know exactly what you're thinking, but I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to bug people. Let me reframe that for you right now. Following up is not bugging people. Following up is service. You believe your thing changes their lives. So reminding them it exists is the most caring thing that you can do. Instead of seeing follow up as pressure, start seeing silence as the thing that actually fails your client. The people running the cheat code are not better closers, they're better follow-uppers. And here's secret number 6, because there's one thing that will accelerate all of this faster than any tactic, and most people are doing the exact opposite of it. Secret number 6, choose the room that you're in. This one is uncomfortable, so I'm going to say it straight. You're the average of the rooms you spend your time in. And if every room you're in is full of people who think building a business is impossible, who roll their eyes when you talk about your dreams, who are comfortable being stuck, that room is quietly capping your life. I call it the proximity principle. You rise to the level of the people closest to you, not the people you follow online, the people in the actual room. I want you to hear me. Community is not a nice to have. Community is currency. The single most valuable asset an entrepreneur has is a room full of other people who are building, who are winning, who normalize the thing you're reaching for. When success is normal in your room, it becomes normal for you. And before you say it, I know. You love the people in your life. I'm not telling you to abandon anybody. I'm telling you to add a room. Get proximate to people who are already where you're going and watch how fast the impossible starts feeling ordinary. Now here's the last one. And secret number 7 is the one that makes the other 6 actually work. Without it, none of them matter. Secret number 7, keep going when it's boring. Here's the truth nobody puts on a highlight reel. The reason most businesses fail is not a dramatic collapse. It is a slow, quiet quitting that happens the moment the work stops being exciting, the launch high phase, the novelty wears off, and right at the boring part, right before the breakthrough, people walk away. But the unshakable ones stay. They show up on the boring Tuesday. They post the content when nobody's watching yet. They follow up when they'd rather not. They do the ordinary thing 1,000 times. I want you to hear me, and then I'm going to say it again. Consistency is the cheat code inside the cheat code. Consistency is the thing that separates one-hit wonders from all-time greats. You're probably sitting here thinking, that's it? Just keep going? Yes, that's it. And that's exactly why it's a secret, because it's not sexy, so almost nobody honors it. The truth is, the market doesn't reward the most talented, it rewards the most consistent every single solitary time. You don't have to be the best. You have to be the one who's still standing when the flashier people get bored and left. Now here's what I want you to see. These 7 secrets are not random. I built them into one word because I want them to live in your body. So that's when everything shakes. You've got something solid underneath you. The word is bedrock because that's what unshakable is. Bedrock is a solid layer everything else is built on. And when your business sits on this, it holds. Let me give it to you clean. B, bet on the expertise you already have. You are not waiting to be ready, you are ready. E, eliminate the permission trap. Nobody is coming to bless it. You sign your own permission by starting. D, decide exactly who you serve. Specific is not small. Specific is how you become undeniable. How Dr. India closed $30,000 contract. R, reinvest before you're comfortable. Your business grows to the level of what you put back into it, and AI just made that leverage cheaper than it has ever been in history. O, own the follow-up. The money is in the not yet. Silence is what fails your client, not the reminder. C, choose the room. The proximity principle. You rise to the level of who's closest. Community is currency. K, keep going when it's boring. Consistency is the cheat code inside the cheat code. That's bedrock. And the truth is, you were already doing 2 or 3 of those on instinct. Today, you got the other 4 or 5 with a name. Now, it's a system you can run on purpose, and the system you can run on purpose is a system you can trust when the ground moves. So let me tell you exactly what to do this week. Not someday, this week. 1, take out a piece of paper and write the one thing you've been waiting to feel ready for. Then put a start date next to it. This week. When you do this, you break the someday salary the instant you set the date. 2, finish the sentence out loud. I serve blank and I help them get blank. Say it until it's specific and it's clean. When that sentence is sharp, your marketing, your pricing, your confidence all get sharp at the same time. It's the D in bedrock. 3, go find every warm maybe from the last 90 days. The people who said, not right now, and follow up with one honest message this week. When you own the follow-up, you'll find money that is already yours, just sitting there uncollected. 4, add one room, one community, one mastermind, one table where building a real business is normal. The proximity principle only works when you're actually in the room. And I tell you straight, that's exactly why I build the trainers and the events that I build. So you're not running bedrock alone. Come get in the room with people who are running the same code. Keep an ear out because I've got something coming for exactly that. 5, pick the one letter of bedrock that's your weakest and commit to it for the next 30 days straight. The boring way, the consistent way, because consistency is the cheat code inside the cheat code. And 30 days of the boring thing beats 1 day of the brilliant thing. So there it is, the cheat code. 7 secrets, 1 word, bedrock. Bet, eliminate, decide, reinvest, own, choose, keep going. And I want you to hear me one more time before you go. Success was never a talent you were born with or not born with. It's a code, and now you're holding it. Let me tell you something. The version of you that's calm, that's steady, that doesn't flinch when the whole industry shifts, she's not a different person. She's just you, running the code on purpose instead of by accident. That's the whole difference. That was always the whole difference. Before you go, thank you for spending this time with me. It means everything. Do me the honor of sharing this episode with one entrepreneur who needs to hear it and drop me a comment. Tell me which letter of bedrock you're committing to for the next 30 days. B-E-D-R-O-C-K. Just the letter. I read every single one, and I might just check in on you. Until then, go be the calm one. Go be unshakable. I'll see you on the next episode.